willpower alone, you can think, I'm going to think positive and I'm going to be strong. You will not be able to do it with willpower alone. What you need to do is to set up processes and rituals and planning and preparation, basically, to set up your world so that you can continue the direction you want to go in. So, for example, if you want to start a new diet, I don't know, you want to do some weight loss or something, if you set up routines and rhythms, then you're more likely to be able to continue those. So the first couple of weeks of just starting a new behavior is about the willpower, and we're doing it, and this is what but willpower will run out on you very, very fast. But if you've set a routine, then it becomes easier and easier because you're making a groove in your brain. You're actually training this pathway in your brain. Yeah, I'll give you an example. Like months ago, I decided I was going to get up and I was going to have a whole bloody litre of vegetable juice in the morning. So all the, horrible tasting but great for you stuff. And at the beginning, I was like, I don't want to do this, yeah? And I had to push through those first few days. After a couple of weeks, it got a lot easier. And after a month, I get up automatic. It's automatic. And I do my whole morning routine becomes automatic after about 30 to 60 days, depending on what you're trying to do. So we're understanding that willpower alone isn't going to get you there, but setting rituals and habits will help you overcome this. The other thing is, another point is to surround yourself with people who are positive. So if you are in an environment where you've got people who are naysayers, people who are negative about this corona situation, and we need to look at the facts, we need to listen to the news, we need to know what's going on, okay? But we don't need to dwell on the negative all the time. What we need to be is listening to people like you, maybe listening to people like me, other, people who are going, right, what can we do? What can we control in this situation? So instead of running the scenarios over and over in your head, how everything's going to go bad, which is what we tend to do as humans, I want you to focus on I'm going to do this. These are the actions that I'm going to take now to make sure that I get through this in the best shape possible. So give you an example. Sean and I are both facing massive changes to our incomes, for those listening. I'm a speaker. Sean's a speaking agent. He's lost lots of gigs. I've lost lots of gigs. Now, I can sit there and I can cry and go, oh my God, I've got no money for the next 6 months. What am I going to do? Or I can go, okay, how can I think outside the square? How can I offer value to my people, to my audience, to my clients, and make something positive out of this instead of dwelling on the fact that I've lost all these contracts? Does that make sense? So you're focusing on the factors that you can control and ignoring, to a certain degree, the stuff you can't control. You're aware of it. You know the dangers. You know the limitations. And this is what I do when I'm doing a race. When I did one in the Himalayas, it was extremely dangerous at extreme altitudes, and you were going 222 Ks over these two massive passes. And the doctors were giving us lectures on pulmonary edema and cerebral edema and how you can die this way and that way, right? And it got to a point where I was absolutely terrified, and I'd had a terrible build-up, and I won't give it all away, but the whole thing was, I decided at one point about 2 days before the race, either I'm quitting and I'm pulling out, or I'm going ahead. And if I'm going ahead, there's no use me dwelling on any of the negativity things, the negative things, the dangers. I know them. I've prepared for them the best I can. I've planned for them. Now let's get on with it. So there's no point me dwelling on the negative. And I said to my crew, I want you guys to just fill me with positivity. I want every time I start to say something negative come out of my mouth, I want you to shout it down. I want you to turn my mind around. And we have to do this for ourselves because we have this inner voice in our head that is going, Sean, the world's falling, Chicken Little, the world, the sky's falling in, and we're gonna lose this, and my business is gonna do that. And we've all got that voice going right now. So we've got to stop that voice and go, nah, not listening to you, turn off. No, not listening to, and doing this over and over and over again, and surrounding yourself through podcasts, through, good videos, through positive friends with things that are going to help you move forward and take positive action. And being dynamic and adaptable in a situation like this